And welcome back. I just got welcomed with the question, what do we get for 69 retweets this time? And I have no bloody idea, so I'm opening it up to the cast as well, to my lovely friends here on my right, and to chat, of course. If you can think of something, by all means, go for it. Welcome to Song of the Deep. Welcome, everyone, once again. Welcome to the viewers on YouTube as well. This is an ongoing challenge, by the way. If you can think of any 69 retweet goal reward, you're welcome to post a comment and make me cry a little bit. Welcome, everyone, in the future, and of course in Twitch chat just now. Thank you so much for watching us, and thank you as well to our lovely sponsors who are with us throughout the week, from our show on Monday right now, Song of the Deep, with the Snowhaven setting, to our shows on Tuesday, Zweihander, of course Flames of Freedom, and before that Achtung Cthulhu by Modifius. Wednesdays we have our one-shot Wednesdays going this week, Shinobigami, followed by Sally's show I Hunt, and on Thursday with Accent Punk, and on Friday with Defiant. We've got a good little selection for everyone, so check out the links if any of that did ring a little bell, or if you want to check that out. And I will hand over to our cast just to introduce yourselves, who you're playing, and how you're doing today. Let's start with Savvy and go clockwise.
Hello, I am Savvy, at Savvy Seaworth on the internets. I am doing great because when I go first, I don't have to remember which way a clock goes. Today, I am going to be playing Phöebe, the cleric of the moon and devoted priestess and prophet of Sarastra. That's me.
All right, and I'm Draku. I'm playing Pickle, or Pickled Fish, and I am an entropy wizard that has lost her spell book. So we're gonna see what happens now.
Noir.
Oh, right, that's me. I forgot which way a clock goes. Hi, I'm Noir. You can find me anywhere as the Noir Enigma, and I'm playing Lorenzo. We'll see if today is the day that one acquires the gun hammer. Who knows?
Yeah, I just want to say that to Rindis in chat. At 69 retweets, everyone is not getting a fucking gun hammer. Because that would also kind of make it cheap that it took 69 retweets just to get Lorenzo a gun hammer. That wouldn't be fair to him, now would it? I'm Colin at Colonomicon, and I'm going to play Bastien, the word singer bard, Shadow Fae, sad boy. And we will see... I mean, I actually think after last episode, Bastien's in a pretty decent mood, so... yeah, just excited to see what the cold winds blow our way.
Yeah, he hasn't been too sad lately. I would say he's had every reason to be, you know, okay-ish. Had a nice little heart-to-heart between him and Phöebe. And
Yeah,
there will
he's
be
doing
more,
alright.
I'm sure. Well, last we traveled with our four friends in the frozen wastes. They were actually quite lucky. They plummeted from the heavens, from the void, into, well, an utter tundra, and they were severely underdressed, but were luckily picked up by a group of friendly explorers. They were fitted with warm clothes and snowshoes, and they, well, stopped for a little bit of target practice with a new friend last show. That new friend is the Yeti Saura, and his steam-powered rifle is quite the special invention for people who have never seen anything like this. They made their way to cracked ice shards as they are traveling currently over a frozen lake, a frozen sea lake, a frozen fjord, depends on where you're from, how you want to call it. And, well, they were shooting at tiny little ice sprites. Sarah, at the moment, is on his way there to collect those tiny filigree wings. He's picking them up from the snow, and every now and then holds them up against the sun. The sun is coming out just now. A couple of rays falling down onto beautiful white snow, almost untouched. And you can see those wings glistening and glittering. He places them in between pages of a small notebook and looks back and gives you the thumbs up with his big, shaggy paws, paw-like fingers, and just goes, "That was a good haul. You really did well, friends."
It's a fine weapon. It made it easy.
By the way, did you give the rifle back to him, or is anyone holding on to that right now?
I think Phöebe gave it back.
I think I had given it back to him.
All right. He is starting, and once he's collected all the wings, he's starting to reload the gun. You see the canister, the little steam canister by the side. He's exchanging it. It takes him a little while, and if you are interested, he will talk you through what exactly he's doing. He notices, of course, your interest, and he's quite happy to show off. I'm assuming Lorenzo in particular will want to see how that works.
I'm right there trying to learn all of it.
Thank you very much for that gifted sub, by the way, Anna. We're getting to our first pickle drawing soon. And Sarah is quite happy to let you handle the gun as well. You can tell he's used to teaching people, and actually starts chatting a little bit about how he's what they call, well, my tribe, they call me an ice runner. Basically a ranger, I think you would call it, or wherever you guys are from. I'm just out in the fields, checking the parameters around the settlement. Making sure none of the big beasties are coming our way.
Interesting.
There's a lot of creatures. Go on.
Oh, no, go ahead.
There's a lot of creatures out here you need to watch out for. From the Kakius you've met to these bloody little things, and he points at what's left of those ice sprites. And sometimes they come from directly underneath.
Underneath, as in they appear from the ground.
Aye, a shiver, we call them. Bunch of bastards. Large creatures, rows of teeth, big fins as well. Some of them are amphibic. Some of them are just living underneath the ice, underwater. Some of them can walk on land. They're terrifying, to be perfectly honest. I'm a first one when I was 5, wee little yeti, and they raided one of the one of the smaller, newer settlements where I was visiting with my parents. Bloodshed. That's when I learned how to use this, and he holds up the gun. Now the canister's changed. Father taught me right away.
If you don't mind my asking, how tall were you when you were 5?
About yay high. And he shows you. It's roughly pickle-sized, a little bit taller.
Looks at Pickle like, yeah, well, you've still got room to grow, Pickle.
What if I get that tall?
I mean, it's best to manage our expectations, but I'm sure you will get taller, certainly. Maybe not that quite. I'm sorry, do you grow tired of me talking about your height? I don't mean to make it weird. Phöebe pointed out I was being very weird about this.
Oh, it's quite entertaining, to be perfectly honest. I'm actually fairly short for my people, so it's always nice when I get out there and you know. Oh yeah. I'm the runt of the litter. Feeling good about this. You can compliment me on my height anytime you want. It's novel.
Right. And the little winged things that attacked in great numbers, is that something we're going to need to worry about constantly?
Are you smelling that?
Sorry?
I think
He
I would
starts
be.
sniffing the air. And yeah, you probably would be. Noir, you're smelling rotten eggs. You're smelling sulfur.
Yeah, it smells dreadful, like demons.
He looks at you and you look at him. And he immediately cocks the gun and looks around. Watch out from underneath you when cracks in the ice appear. A frozen over lake, not for very much longer, as those cracks are right underneath Phöebe. Ice is strong in this part of the frozen wastes. That is not a natural crack in the ice. That is something coming through from underneath. And that something breaks through. Phöebe, you absolutely lose your ground. You have no time to react. You fall and you tumble and you feel razor sharp something like sandpaper scraping against you as a creature is trying to engulf you, trying to hold you. Make me a dexterity save.
Well,
How close am I to Phoebe? Just quick question.
You were a little bit closer to Sarah, but you are standing sort of loosely in a group.
Please
What
go
are you-
ahead and add +4 to your save.
Okay. 13.
13.
Oh no.
better.
Oh no. You do still have your advantage. Everyone who doesn't know, there's tiny little dice in mine and Savvy's top left corner. Those are rerolls. Advantage or disadvantage if they're in the right corner in red. Advantage as they are blue. Do you want to use that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it.
Wonderful.
How about you? No,
That's
it's
what
worse.
I like to hear.
Worse. Like this always happens. Dang it.
What did you roll? I mean, you said it's worse. So
That one would have been an 8.
that's absolutely fine. You are grappled at this point, and you cannot quite see what it is, but you do see a hand around you, around your whole torso, shoulders, holding your arms by your side. You cannot reach your weapons. That is strangely webbed fingers, grey skin, rough skin, and everyone else sees something that is somewhere in between a yeti and a shark. Standing now on two large legs. Face like Saura's, but a large mouth, large, wide, with needle-sharp teeth and yellow eyes, and the smell of sulfur fills the air. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say it bites you right away. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it bites you right away, and then we'll see what the cast can do about it. Phöebe, what's your armor class again?
16.
That is exactly 16. So, as it bites down into your shoulder, you feel those razor-sharp teeth almost taking a good chunk out of said shoulder. Oof. It's a lot of D10s. That's 25 piercing damage.
Okay. Let's all just relax here.
Bastien, go for it.
Bonus action. Phöebe, hold on, we're coming. Just hold on, you can get through this. This is just my way of saying I'm going to inspire greatness on Phöebe. So Phöebe, for the next 6 rounds, because it's equal to my bard level, you add my charisma modifier, which is 4, to all of your attack rolls, damage rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. That's my bonus action. Now I'm a fucking lacerate that son of a bitch. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So they're rolling around on the ice. Half on its knees. It has Phöebe in front of it, but your spell is a con save, so it doesn't really benefit from any cover. And that is... Nope, that's just a 9.
That will fail. Alright, so it's going to take 48 damage. That is 17 slashing damage.
Nice.
It has been whipped with thousands of invisible guitar strings. Which, if you've ever had one break in your face, that hurts like a motherfucker. So just tons of, tiny cuts just appearing all over this thing. As Bastien strikes a note on the dulcimer.
And it's a discordant note that rings heavily through the air. It is unpleasant for everyone to hear, but even... No, I knew you were going to do it as well, and I said it. Thanks. It is unpleasant for everyone to hear, but the creature is... Phöebe, you can feel the pressure as some of its nails dig through your leathers and into your skin as it shivers and shakes. It's still trying to sort of properly get up, having broken through the ice, and is now standing, of course, next to that hole in the ice. Bastien, who do you want to pass the torch to?
Pickle's struggling with her magic right now, so I gotta go with a little reliable. Get him, Enzo.
You just see Lorenzo immediately bolt towards this creature and Phöebe, and he yells at Rumble, "Get Pickle to the high ground!" Rumble is gonna head over to Pickle, and you're going to see Lorenzo run, and his fists are going to start to crackle with electricity. See, guess my man still does not have a weapon. He's going to use Thunderous Smite on an unarmed strike.
Thunder Punch.
If this goes well, okay, 17 plus plus 5.
22.
Yep.
It
has to make... Is any of that what?
Is any of that cold damage?
It's cold. No, it's 4 points of bludgeoning damage, because at my strength. And then 2d6 thunder damage. And he has to make a strength save.
That's 21 on the strength save.
Never mind.
You punch that dude in its snouty, half yeti, half shark face, and it hurts. It hurts. That sandpaper skin, it's like punching thorns. You actually take 16 damage. Rolled pretty high on that.
Okay, and with the lightning, he, let's see, so that's 4, 9, 10, 11. So he takes 11 damage total from me. I take 16 from him. Ugh!
Another 11. Wonderful.
You are going to hear him say, I'm gonna try one last thing if I can. Can I attempt to take or to ask for Phoebe's mace? Like, after the punch, he'd be like, ah, Phöebe! And it's just kind of reaching up.
Phöebe is grappled and restrained, so Phöebe can't really do much. You can... Where do you usually
Try
keep your
and take it
mace,
from
Phöebe?
her.
Yeah, it's on her like side on her belt, so you can probably reach it.
You can try and get it as a bonus action next time, because with everything you cast and with everything you attacked, your round's pretty done there.
Gotcha.
Alright, but Phöebe being pushed back a little, being punched in the face, that creature is loosening its grip a little bit. Are you trying to break free?
Yes.
Alright. Then roll me that athletics or acrobatics, or you can, if you have anything other that you can or want to use, do that.
Yeah, I'll try to break out. Using my strong cleric arm.
Oh, I'm
That's
gonna
a 4.
re-roll. I'm gonna re-roll mine because I rolled a 4. Hold on. That might be it. Yeah, that beats it.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I used a crit for that, so
Sorry,
it was worth it.
Doctor.
You're breaking free. You are almost making it as well on tearing away from his grip or their grip. A little bit of that leather from your sleeves gets literally torn off by that rough skin, and it just grasps, lunges after you, and holds you again, now with their hand around your throat from behind. Your armor is keeping it from strangling you, but it still has you. Pickle. You are sitting on a horse that is currently galloping away to high ground as per its master's command. You're holding on to the mane. What would you like to do?
Yeah, Pickle doesn't like this. Pickle does not like this at all. She is going to grab her quarterstaff from Rumble, because I'm assuming it's like with her bag and stuff, and she's gonna launch herself off of Rumble, and I imagine kind of like rolling through the snow, probably.
Roll me an
She
athletics.
will I'll do an athletic. Oh,
Please,
no.
I want to just see if it's cool as fuck, or if it's ow, 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 ow.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be ow, ow, ow. Yeah, ow, ow, ow with a 6.
You tell me what that looks like.
So in her head, she imagined like, oh, the snow is really soft. If I land in it and roll, like we can do this, cool. And so she leaps out like a squirrel, like you know how they leap from a branch. And she's holding her little quarterstaff, and she has this graceful arc. And then as soon as she hits the snow, she just disappears. There was nothing to catch, to like roll, to somersault or anything. She just, and you see like a little bit of her tail sticking out the back end of this snow. She like scrapes herself back up towards the top, and kind of like chucks her quarterstaff down because it's too far away and she needs to try to do something. And she's going to try to throw a starburst just on the creature itself, because I'm hoping we're still within range. That's 60 feet.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So I need a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, that's its dump stat. Yeah, that's a -2 on that, so it's a 10.
Yeah, so that passes for me. So that is 2d8. So that's 8 damage total of radiant damage.
8 damage total, radiant.
And then after she does that, she'll grab the quarterstaff again and start trying to make her way closer.
So Pickle is trying to unbury herself from that snow drift she chucked herself into. And the shark is trying to get a better hold on Phöebe, and you all now notice that it's slowly moving back with Phöebe towards that hole in the ice. So Ra, the Yeti, is frantically adding new bullets into the chambers of the rifle. He will need that round to fully do it. He managed to reload the canister before that, but you can see him, well, you can hear him, what you would assume is Yeti curses uttering under his breath, and every now and then you can hear the word shiver. The shark, well, where shark, still edging closer, is Phöebe. You hear it mumbling too, in a strange voice that you can understand, because it speaks directly into your mind.
What are you doing here, Shard?
What?
Bastien, your turn.
How's it moving? Is it just walking on feet, legs on the ice?
Strange webbed legs that are humanoid. Overall, 2 legs, 2 hands, but it's a weird mix of a shark and a yeti. Doesn't look
Make a
great.
dexterity saving throw. Please.
That's a nope.
Okay. It falls prone. Telekinetic trip.
Nice. Out of nowhere, those guitar strings, perhaps like a trip, like a trip mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lasso it.
Lasso it. Good. I love it.
Yeah.
It drops. It falls flat on its back. Phoebe's still held. Falls with it. Is that your full action?
That's one action, and then bonus action, toss Phöebe a bardic inspiration.
You have that inspiration, mark it. Let's say you're tossing the torch with that to her as well, since she can react to the creature being
good idea.
knocked prone.
Get out of there, Phöebe.
What would you like to do, Phöebe?
Oh, it's stronger than me. I'm going to, while it's got a hold of me, sort of turn. Phoebe like turns her head so she's facing it, and whispers something, and in it's like towards it, so it's away from my friends. I want to cast fear. So it has to make a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it's holding.
You don't know fear.
Has no effect.
Okay.
Who are you looking to for help?
I think Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you are nearby. You were in melee with the creature punching it. You can get the mace if you want to.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I haven't been using my extra attack this whole time. Like, I have 2 attacks, and I've only been using the
And you gave me shit about bardic inspiration, and you been using your extra.
It happened for
fucking
one level. It happened for one level. But
Welcome to Song of the Deep, where nobody knows what they're doing.
Well, he is gonna grab the mace, and he's going to go all lightningy again. I told you to put her down, and he's going to attack.
I missed the lightning eyes.
And that's gonna be a 15.
That hits.
All right. And you know what? I got two first levels and one second level. So let's give ourselves a level 1 smite as a treat.
As a treat. Are you punching that thing again, basically?
Oh no, I'm hitting it with the mace this time.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So, how much damage does a mace do? Is the question. What's your mace do again?
It is 1d6.
Nice.
Is it the +1 mace you're giving him, or is that the one you hold?
Oh, was this the +1?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So add that to damage and attack roll.
Okay, so let's see. 6, 7, so that's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 for the first hit. And then he's going to swing again. And that time it's going to be a 17.
Hits.
And that's going to be a level 1 smite. And there goes my level 1 spells. I hope nobody needs healing. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Can you smite on both attacks? I'm not
Yep.
sure how that works. All right.
Whenever I hit, I can smite.
Is it a spell, though?
Nope.
Because if it's spells, you can only use
It's just
one.
divine
no.
smite, isn't it?
Yeah, it's divine smite.
Yeah, that's not a spell.
All right.
So I can, whenever I hit, I can smite. Shoot. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 for the second attack.
You take another 16 damage in return as you are so close to it that it's pushing you. It's trying to avoid being hit. And every now and then, a little bit of its skin hits you.
It's not good, y'all. You see Lorenzo start to buckle a little bit, but he's still standing.
Do roll me, by the way, real quick, do roll me those attacks again because it's prone and you should have rolled those with advantage just to see if you get a natural 20.
You are correct. So this is a 7, and that is a 20.
Natural?
So nonchalant.
Yeah, I know.
so
Nobody
calm
ever
about
does that.
Normally that's an exciting thing.
So
No,
I'm
it's
just
not
gonna
because I
add-
have to math now.
No, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna eyeball it. So
Monster killing.
Okay.
Mace was a d6. Yeah, it's fine. I just subtracted another
Okay.
20.
Does that and also here's why I was not excited. Does that increase the damage I take? Because that's what I'm worried about. Because
No.
if it does, I'm fucked. Okay.
Oh, that
No,
was
this is the shiver skin that basically just
Okay.
is rough enough to, as it says in the book, repel attackers and destroy ice. So any melee attacker does
Only
that.
if they're smart.
It is its turn now, and it is not happy. Phoebe, did you manage to break out last time? I completely blanked.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
Nope.
So its turn is. It's using half of its movement to get up from prone. It is gonna just backhand Lorenzo, or try to anyway, while still holding on to Phöebe with one hand. Ooh, that's a 19 plus things, so that hits.
Yep.
And that... That's a 27.
To hit or damage?
To damage. You are being hit with a 25.
Okay, yeah.
That's your damage.
Oh yeah,
27.
yeah. Lorenzo is down.
And as it backhands you, it's a beautiful anime situation where you literally are being flung back into one of the shards. So Ra is nearby and has managed to reload his rifle, is taking a shot at the Shiver. Misses, unfortunately. And it gets quickly to you, rifle onto the ground, and goes, oh god, oh god, oh god, no, stay with me, stay with me. Uses a healing word on you.
Is the healing word gone?
No, wait, is it...
And I'm back, bitches! No, I'm just kidding.
No, wait. He's a ranger, he can't do healing word, and he used his action for the shot. So I'm afraid that has to wait until next turn. He'd have to cure
Level
it.
down.
Yeah, yeah. And I think the last one missing is Pickle. Still running closer, a little bit closer to the fight and to the creature. Trying to get through the snow. What are you doing?
Okay. So, Pickle sees that Phöebe is still being grappled by this thing. Lorenzo just got backhanded and is now motionless. She is a little concerned. And I think concerned enough that she is going to try one of the higher level spells that she has. And hopes that she remembers it correctly. So... here we go. So Pickle comes to a stop and squinches up, and she tries to remember exactly how Lorenzo described it whenever he was casting magic. She's gonna try this, and so she focuses and focuses on that feeling inside her of that chaos, and she kind of balls her hands together. And you can kind of see a few little sparks of magic. And she throws out a frenzied bolt. Or her attempt at a frenzied bolt.
Now with extra frenzy.
With extra
focus
frenzy.
On something that Lorenzo in your last conversation has described as the storm inside. And you hear that storm inside in a cackling chaos of voices that you would know as the various voices of magic that have always resided within you. Roll me on the table.
Okay. I rolled a 34. Oops, I punched my microphone. I will paste it right here.
Tell me what the 34 does. I don't have the table open at the moment.
I
put it in the
posted
chat.
it here in the chat, in the green
Oh!
chat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Hence my giggles.
Beautiful! Oh my god. And you speak the words that you think you remember from the spellbook that you don't have. Those words you can hear, well, not Lorenzo, but everyone can hear, start out in beautiful Pickle fashion, and then her voice turns dark and deep. And it is like a possessed demon speaking through Pickle, or bit of demon possessing her, I should say. It is wild. It is creepy and terrifying. And you are not entirely sure who to be more afraid of at the moment. But the frenzy bolt does come through. So what does that bolt do to the shiver?
So, let me go ahead and roll, because depending on what I roll, it may also hit Phöebe, unfortunately. I lucked out. It is an even number. I rolled an 18, so it stops with just the shiver, thank goodness. And this is 3d8 of random table damage. Let me roll for that. It's cold damage. So, do I need to bother rolling, or?
No! No,
Yeah,
you really
so it's
don't. I'm sorry.
3d8 cold damage. Let's just say it was a perfect, what is that, 24 cold damage, right?
You hit it
No.
square in the face. It's actually quite impressive how that cackling beam of energy shining in all the different lights of magic is hitting it square in its toothy face. You see half of that face almost glazing over with ice. And then the ice crumbles and breaks off. And it seems to be absolutely fine. Phöebe, I'll give you one more thing to do before that shiver reaches the hole in the lake, in the ice lake, and takes you under.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna take a deep breath and just try to sort of grab onto it and bust out. Let me go. If I roll athletics, that's a 24.
Oh, you just beat him. His strength is really high.
Thanks,
But not
Bastien.
that high. And you break away. What do you do? How do you break away? I will say, you do take some of the skin damage as well, just because it would be weird not to. That's another 16. Why is it always 16?
Okay.
This
Bad
time.
on my end. Yeah, I think Phöebe sort of takes because there's like a lot of chaos going on sort of around her, and as Pickle sort of fires off the spell, she just sort of waits for a moment, because I think probably regardless of whether it hit it, it still had something flying towards its face, which may have been disorienting for a second. But so I think she just like takes a deep breath and just waits for like that opportune second, and then when it's even a little bit distracted, just kind of grabs and just like rips it off of her and tries to
Nice.
just scramble away.
Yeah. You run away, you have stumbled through the snow above the ice. Lorenzo, make me a death save.
Oh, what?
Did you roll a natural one? Like, genuinely rolled a natural one. Wow. Alright, Mark 2. Lorenzo's not doing well.
Okay.
He's stumbling away. Pickle speaking in tongues. What's Bastien doing with this?
That changes things. Lorenzo's fucking bleeding out. I want to run to Lorenzo's side and try to stabilize him.
Do you have any healing
With a medicine.
spells? Or just
No,
a medicine check?
with a medicine check. I
Roll
mean.
me. You will use your full action for that.
Yup. Okay. That is a 10 exactly.
That, I think, does it.
Yeah, I think it has to be a 10 or higher.
You manage to find a couple of those strange, almost looking like a guitar pick to you, but larger. A couple of those pieces of shark skin are lodged in Lorenzo's side and on Lorenzo's face and neck,
Ugh.
and you pick them out. You start trying to put pressure on the wounds they've created. You slap him in the face a little bit, and he comes to, still a little bit groggy, of course, but he's back. Sora next to you is looking through his pockets for, oh god, I have something. Hold on. Oh, that should help. And as you come back, is forcing a couple of herbs down your throat. All right, that should do it. And casts a little bit of magic as well. So that's now his turn, giving you a heal. Full 8, actually. Plus his wisdom modifier. So take 11 health. Lorenzo. Do you want to do anything as a bonus action, Bastien, before we're...
How much
Yeah,
did
I'll
I get?
give
I'm sorry.
my final.
Your final?
Well, Lorenzo asked something. What'd you say?
I said, how much health did I get? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, 11.
I'll give my final bardic inspiration to Lorenzo.
Alright.
On
You
your
feel
damn feet, man. You can do this.
inspired and healed up. It's your turn.
Okay, he's going to kind of get to his feet and wobble a bit. Phoebe's freed, right?
Freed and bleeding.
Is the thing coming after her? Like, what's this thing doing?
Yeah, it's trying to lunge after her. Has not gotten a hold of her yet.
Lorenzo's gonna look at Bastien and say, get Phöebe. And then he's going to, walk over to the creature and go, hey! We're not done yet. And, I'm going to attack.
Oh boy.
Melee?
Melee. It's all I got. I know. So that was a 10 and an 11, so that's gonna be 16 and 17.
You have bardic
hit.
inspiration
Both
too.
of them.
So.
Both of them hit. You won't need it for that.
Awesome. Okay. And for my bonus action, I would like to toss a Thunderous Smite spell in one of them. So there are spells that are Smite, and then there's Divine Smite.
That's where my confusion came from originally, yeah.
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 So he's gonna do a Thunderous Smite on the first one. Hold on. Is that what he's gonna do? Yes, that's what he's gonna do. So that's gonna be 3d6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be 11 damage total on the first hit, and he has to make me a strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Yeah.
To be fair, on that first hit that you punch him, you do take 18 damage.
Oh yeah, so he
So
doesn't
that's
get the
that
second hit.
strength
He's,
save still apply when you're down again.
Oh yes, it does. As soon
Yeah,
as the hit
cool.
hits him, he has to make that save.
Sweet. That is a 16 rolled plus 5, 21.
Oh yeah, he made it. So you just see
Sorry.
Lorenzo go, we're
Hold
not
on,
done
make it do it
yet.
again. Make it do it again. Do it again.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's an 18.
On luck on that, I
Powerful.
Yeah, he made
18
it.
still makes it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can only do it once, sorry.
It's okay. Just boom. And you just see him like wobbling and then just and he's down again.
A little bit too
In all
much,
fairness
so
though,
too
the
soon.
thunderous smite does have a sound, does make a noise loud enough to be heard 300 feet away, so he's hoping it'll make this thing want to kill him instead of Phöebe. That's the hope.
Is
It
it
is-
loud enough
you-
to crack ice?
You'd have to target the ice, I guess. But there is a thunder heard in the heavens as Lorenzo falls to his knees. Draco, actually, you hear that thunder and you have tapped into a little bit of storm magic with your attempt to find your place in the magic world. Roll me a con save. As the air begins to crackle with electricity.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Pickle's eyes go white and blue, similar to Lorenzo's whenever he calls upon the storm. And that thunder that rolled through the scenery when Lorenzo tried to smite the creature, it keeps going and it keeps rolling. Nothing happens just now, but the clouds that were so very pleasant earlier on are now blocking out the sun. It gets darker and there is that static in the air just before a thunderstorm. And Pickle, you are still talking in that deep possessed voice. You seem to not be able to really shut it up or off right now. Bastien, Phöebe, you all notice what's happening and that something is happening with Pickle that seems a little bit off. Would you like to try and take your turn and do something in that? Oh, you're muted. I think
Are you
You're
intentionally muted, Dragon?
muted. Are you?
Yeah, I'm intentionally muted. I'm just making babbling
Okay.
noises.
Oh. Would you like to try and do something and try and break free? I'm giving you some narrative leeway here. We talked about some of these things before the stream, but I'll let you take over a little bit.
So, honestly, I feel like she wouldn't really notice the way that that effect was phrased. She probably just thinks that she's just like, yeah, I'm doing amazing, you know, and just saying these things out loud. And is just not realizing that this is not coming out how she thought it would be. So she's kind of inspired, and depending on how close I've gotten, I'm gonna try another spell. Because I'm going to assume that I'm not moving as quickly as I could be. Would it be possible for me to have gotten to Phöebe by this point?
You were like 50 feet away. Yeah, if you... Yeah? What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try that chaotic vitality again. I'm gonna run up and slap her and give her...
There
give her
is
some
a
magic health.
glowy-eyed Pickle coming your way, looking like a demon, talking like a demon. Thanks. And holding her hands out towards you, Phoebe, behind you, there's a fucking were shark yeti. In front of you, there's a terrifying Pickle. What's your reaction to that before Pickle does her thing?
What a question. I think, oh boy, I think her concern for Pickle trumps anything else. I'm gonna tackle Pickle into the snow so she can't get to anyone else in case she's possessed.
All right. Do it both simultaneously. So you roll whatever that chaotic heal thing is. Phoebe, you give me an athletics roll, please, to tackle, because I think both of that works quite well.
I've rolled a 25.
25. And Pickle, how did your spell go?
It went really well. So I rolled a 92, which means it's 75% of your total health has been slapped back into you.
So you fall into the
That's
snowdrift of your total health. So whatever 75% of that is, you get that back.
Is it the total I have right now, or like my total, like my max HP?
Your grand total. Yeah, your grand total of health. Yeah, I rolled real nice on that.
And tackling Pickle, who is still mumbling under her breath in a language you don't understand, you feel revitalized. It is a strange sensation that makes your hair stand and poof up again, and that's weird static that is in the air. And Pickle won't stop talking. Pickle won't stop speaking in tongues. What do you do, Phoebe? Yes, please, another surge, Draco. This is pure chaos at this point.
I guess the only thing I can do is cast a spell, if I can still cast a spell.
Yeah, sure. The tackle was a nice little flavor.
Cool, I'm gonna cast... He has no idea what's going on. I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on Pickle. And if she's charmed, frightened, or possessed by an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, she can make a save against it.
None of that is really applying here, although nobody really knows what is happening. Then again, nobody ever really knows what's happening with... And tackling her into the snow, you both are prone. The creature behind is shaking its ugly head from Lorenzo's punch, is shuffling past Lorenzo, bleeding and smoking from various wounds, and is still trying to get to you, Phoebe. You feel something holding your leg, grasping your leg, and you feel being dragged across the ice. And weirdly, it's not the creature itself that is saying something to you, but in between Pickle's babbling and trying to look around, trying to see what's happening, is yet again that voice from the ether.
I have broken shards before. I will break you as well.
And you look up to see it getting closer and closer to that hole in the ice. Bastien, you were told to get Phoebe. You are reaching them. What do you do?
It is the. I guess it wasn't clear from what you just said. Is the creature that has Phöebe again grabbing at her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pickle's still in the snowdrift, mumbling in a strange language.
Yeah, just... That's par for the course with Pickle. I mean... Nothing's that weird when it comes to the fucking Chaos Wizard. That thing's... You said bleeding, smoking... Yeah. All that. So it's been hit pretty bad. Does it have 55 or fewer hit points left? I have to ask this meta question for the purpose of the spell.
I know, but isn't that part of the spell that you don't know?
Well, there's only one creature, ergo. It's 55 to pass around. I mean, okay, does it kneel or does it not kneel when I cast Power Word Kneel?
It wouldn't kneel. Use another spell.
Okay. I mean, if you want to burn this slot, like, fair, fine.
It's okay.
I understand, but... just make a dex save again. Just trip it.
That's a 12.
That fails. Get down!
It's
Lasso is
tripping.
invisible guitar string.
It's tripping and falling. And as it falls, you can see its legs starting to melt together. It's starting to slide as it turns into more of a shark form with every moment.
Oh.
Lorenzo is still on the ground, unconscious. Make me another death save, please.
Road 3.
Are you trying to die? Because
I'm really not.
mark off
Here,
one.
hold on.
I mean, again, I believe you.
Here you go. There's that 3.
There's that 3. Sarah is shooting at the shark again. Now at this point, thinking we need to get rid of this. Let's see. It's prone. It's technically disadvantage from the distance. That still hits. It's 12 damage. All right. The Pickle. This could go really, really badly, but that static electricity that you called forth, it's starting to unload randomly all over the icy field, all over the frozen lake. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll me a d6, please. Roll it twice. 2 flashes of lightning coming down.
Rolled a 3 and a 6.
That's Bastien. And that's the creature.
What?
A flash of lightning coming from the heavens strikes you. Hold on, I'll just get the spell we talked about. That is 1d8 radiant damage. Roll me that d8, please.
It's a 1.
That's good. Bastien, you take a
Yeah.
1. The creature also only takes a 1.
Just a little
Several
static
other
wizard.
flashes of
It's like touching a
lightning hit the
doorknob.
ground. 2 hit just the side of Lorenzo, and not him. And Sora is yet again talking in Yeti, going, "Oh god, oh god, oh god," but you know, other gods that you don't know of. And I'll let you roll another con save to see if you can snap out of this. Pickle.
That is a 15.
just look at the wording. Finish a long rest. Alright. You are still not really able to speak in a language anyone understands, but you snap out of that strange trance your surge has put you in. Your eyes stop glowing black, and you look... I know, Colin is very happy about that. And you look around at this absolute mayhem. The now fully transformed shark still trying to get closer and closer to that hole. Phöebe, try and get away from this if you can.
I would love to try and get away from this. I was looking to see if I had a spell I could do, but I don't really, is the thing. And I try to struggle away.
It's odd because you see that creature trying to get away, literally get away. It has stopped holding on to you after the attack from Bastien. But I will say you might still take damage from being kind of in that area from the skin. So, what did you roll?
Got a 22.
22. And as with its fish body, it flops around, pushing onwards to that hole in full flight instinct. You manage to avoid that tail coming down towards you as it is quite large. Thing is, though, looking at that creature, it stops struggling for a second. And it struggles to transform back into its hybrid form. Almost as if something compels it to, even though it's hurt. And it stands back up, and it looks back at you. It is shaking. It raises a humanoid hand, and it stumbles towards you again. You can have your full action now.
I'm going to try to attack it before it gets to me. So I'm going to cast a guiding bolt.
Lorenzo is also still on the ground, by the way. Just letting you know.
That's great. I don't want you to die, huh? Okay, nope. Change of plans. I am going to bonus action cast a healing word on Lorenzo. I'll do that at 2nd level. So it's gonna be 11.
Nice. Get
Healing
11 hit points back.
And then I think Phöebe, not as scared as I am in this moment, is going to cast Dark Maw and just jump at the thing and try to be rid of it.
Alright, go for it.
That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
11 necrotic damage.
11 necrotic. Bastien, for meta purposes, that does take it under 55. Barely. And Phöebe, you take 13 damage in return as you bite down, and the shadowy maw doesn't quite protect you from its sandpaper skin. Alright, who do you want to pass the torch to?
Bastien seems like the only viable option in this moment.
Yeah. I'm still standing. Can't do that. Can't do... Oh, I can do that. Alright. I'll stop this thing from moving. Ooh, yeah. Bastien's gonna hit some really sour notes on the dulcimer. Some real painful shit that makes your brain shiver. And yeah, a giant black ray of energy circles around the creature, the were shark. And is there any way I can hit it this turn? So that's agonizing mark. I'm gonna mark it with that.
What does that do again?
Anytime it gets damage dealt to it, it has to make a charisma save, and if it fails, it's filled with torturous agony. And falls prone. Probably should have done that earlier in the fight. No, you know what? Screw that. It's too late for that to be helpful. Actually, I'm instead going to use my last spell slot to lacerate it. So that's a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 15.
That fucking meets my safety C. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it because I'm... Oh, no, I can. Yeah, reaction. Unlock on that. I still have enough spell slots for that. Do it again.
All right. That's a
yeah.
10.
All right, that'll do. 48 damage. That is 22 slashing damage.
Holy shit.
Those are some sharp guitar strings, folks.
Is it just a couple of dulcimers dancing around doing your fighting for you in various
Yeah,
ways?
very Fantasia. Yeah, it's very, very Fantasia. But...
Nice. Not like.
Yeah, he didn't either.
Surrounded by that black energy, still fighting against whatever commands it, the creature lunges at you after getting back up from its prone state and is still only having eyes for Phöebe.
No. I sympathize.
Oh, I know. That is an 18. Does that hit you? Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration, have you used it? Oh wait, no, that can't help you. What am I saying? Never mind.
Not against that.
No, that's cutting words.
24.
Damn
Is
it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So it lunges at you. Does that take you down?
I had 24 hit points.
That's bad. It lunges at you and literally hits you with its maw around your side, around your stomach, and takes you to the ground. And we'll move over to Lorenzo, who gets up to see this happening.
So seeing this all go down, things are not good, and he's going to use his action to give himself 20 hit points. And then he's going to use his bonus action. I said, put her down. That is going to be a charisma save.
Is that a charm effect?
It is.
Oh boy.
How bold. The Void Touch is trying to take my toys from me.
Does he hear that?
You hear that. You fucking hear that.
Everybody's just going to say. Everybody's just going to hear Lorenzo say, "You do not want me to let the monster out."
Are you guys using the same voice mod filter? Because this is
Apparently.
really upsetting.
We're just having
yeah,
a voice
and,
off here.
Yeah, his fades are actually getting a little longer now, and he's gone full red eye.
You don't hear another response at this point. The only response is the shark creature now picking Phöebe half up, still heading back to that hole in the ice. Absolutely no effect from your charm. Phöebe, make me a death save.
$19?
You're one good.
Yeah.
And Pickle, I think you haven't had your turn yet.
Oh yeah. I'm still doing good. So I'm still like, yeah, this is exactly what I want to be doing. This situation sucks, but I'm doing my spells. I'm enthralled. Let's do. Okay.
Draco,
Yes.
can I just hear a tiny sample of what Pickle's creepy voice sounds like right now?
How badly do I want to mess up my throat? Is that
That
about
good,
right?
huh? All
A
right.
little bit Tasmanian devil, but like not quite that far.
What Pickle was
I
saying
don't
was, "Hey
have
guys,
voice
I'm gonna
mod.
help you." But that's what it sounds like to everyone.
It's gonna be fine, guys.
Slaps Phoebe. Uh, yes, so I'm going to attempt to cast Roaming Pain on this creature. So I need a con save from it.
That's a natural 20, I'm afraid. And we also hit 20 retweets. Thank you very much.
Yay.
So,
Yeah, no.
you know what?
Never mind.
For your boon, I'm going to re-roll that natural 20. And I'm going to say it is the last static discharge that catches both Phöebe and the creature. Phöebe, roll me another death save on that one. But I'm re-rolling the nat 22 and 8. Great.
7.
7. You have now 1 fail, 1 save. But the creature drops you, and your spell comes through, Pickle.
I'm looking up the chart. Yes, so the spell goes off. Okay, that works out very nicely. Its arms are affected. It now has disadvantage on attack rolls, strength, and dexterity skill checks.
Nice.
And then each turn, it can make a con throw to try to ignore the pain.
So it's got the con. What was your spell as well, Bastien?
I didn't use that spell.
Agonize. Oh,
I didn't
yes.
use it. I did Lacerate instead.
That's true. All right. So Ra, keep forgetting about him, is shooting at the thing again. And that is a hit this time. Hits it in the side as it's sort of buckling to get down on one knee. It is very close to death. Phöebe. No, I just had you. I'm not. No, that would be unfair, letting you roll so many of them. Who wants the next go after Pickle and the creature buckling? Lorenzo? You raised his hand first, sorry. Lorenzo.
Alright, so Lorenzo is just going to casually walk over to this thing and he is going to bash its goddamn brains in. So first attack with the mace. That is going to be an 18 total.
18 hits. Roll me that damage.
And this is going to be the last spell slot I have. So that is going to be 10... 21.
Holy shit. So with the lightning...
Brings you down. Yep.
With the lightning coming from those clouds that Pickle conjured up, you bring that mace down, not just onto the shark, but through the shark creature. You cut the thing almost in half, which is impressive to do with a mace. It is messy as well, and you hit the ground underneath, softened up by the various strikes of lightning. The cracks from that hole in the ice lake are starting to widen and widen and widen. Phöebe.
I immediately take one of the halves and start feeding.
Right, you can do that. You can do that.
Hammer time.
It is that, as Bastien sort of nonchalantly says that behind you.
He's just going in like he's pissed. But I'm gonna get my HP back.
Yes, you do. You chomp down on the shark, which has a weird type of blood, I guess. Blackened and corrupted. It tastes of rotten eggs and sulfur. It is not nice. Unless you're into that sort of thing. And you do
love thing.
And you do not really care for the fact that around you, the frozen over lake is no longer quite as frozen over. Bastien, you see Phöebe now on a shard of ice, water starting to sploosh up in between the various cracks, and her armored body half sliding down.
You did it for me once, Phoebes. There's water in between us?
Not water as such, but it's a little bit of a hop, hop, hop from shard to shard as it's slowly breaking apart.
Yeah, Bastien unbuckles his belt and drops his rapier and drops his dulcimer just on the ice, which is terrible, but drops his stuff and just runs. Trying to hop skip across like jumping rocks in the creek to get to where Phoebe's body is.
Make me an athletics roll.
Can I do it acrobatics instead?
Oh yeah, sorry, that's actually what I meant.
Oh, good, because I'm way more dexterous than I am strong. Okay. 19.
You hop from shard to shard, occasionally losing your balance, going whoa, but never slipping off. The shards themselves are still big and thick. Like, this lake has been frozen over for a while. It's mostly the fighting that got it unstable. And you eventually reach Phöebe.
I have nothing. I have no healing capability at all other than to try to stabilize her with a good old
Roll me that
fashioned
medicine check.
21. Natural 20, and I have a 1 for medicine. I'm not good at medicine.
With that
Whoa.
natural 20, she comes back to consciousness, not just away from the death saves, not just stabilized, but actually opening her eyes, and you see Bastien before you. Then you feel the water.
No time to talk. Do you need help standing?
Probably.
Right. And Bastien just like reaches down and just grabs Phoebe's arm and puts it over her shoulder and hoists her up. And for a guy who's not terribly strong and she's wearing armor, that probably was a hell of a lot of effort from him. So there's some grunting.
I'm gonna call it the power of love and not let you, not make you roll for it.
Oh, thanks. It's a curious thing, that power of love.
Mm-hmm. Pickle, you see Lorenzo absolutely going wild on the remains of that were shark. The smell is atrocious, but he doesn't seem to care, his eyes glowing red. You also see Bastien hoisting Phöebe up, helping her, and trying to get around the other side where the ice is looking a little bit more stable. What do you do?
All right, this is kind of flashback to Blood River time, Lorenzo. Pickle didn't like that. Pickle's riding a high right now, though. So Pickle is going to take her quarterstaff and whack Lorenzo over the head with it. Try to snap him out of it.
Oh, fuck!
And she's screaming, "Lorenzo, you need to stop!" But it's coming out. And she's just whacking you with the stick.
So they are just snarling at each other.
Like he does
kids
the
are not all right.
animalistic thing where he cocks his head and then he just lowers himself to Pickle and goes. Oh, Pickle, sorry. What's going on?
Gross.
Colin needs help. Oh yeah, Bastien needs help. And he just looks over.
Yeah, Colin too.
It's like Lassie barks twice and everyone knows little Timmy's caught in the well.
He gets Pickle. Oh. And he's going to just drop the meat chunks and just walk over to Bastien and Phöebe. And you're gonna see his hands start to crackle with electricity. Who's hurt?
You just walked over to us? I had to roll an acrobatics check just to get here.
Yeah, I was about to say you will have to deal with the ice shards if you head over to them directly.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'm actually slightly acrobatic. Oh no, that's athletics. Athletic that I am.
I thought so.
Never
You're not a
mind.
Dexy boy. Yeah.
I'm a slightly Dexy boy. Can I do athletics?
No.
All right, that's fair. That's still not bad though. That is
About getting your
18,
balance as much as anything else.
and that's +2. So
yeah,
20.
that's fair enough.
30-20.
You hop over the ice shards that are now starting to drift apart more and more, and you reach them just as they reach an area that is still a little bit safer.
Then he
Pickle,
just comes
are you
over with electricity.
Yeah. Pickle, are you hopping after them as well, or are you taking the other route around?
I think she'll probably like grab Bastien's belt and dulcimer and start like dragging it away from where the ice is kind of melting out.
So
and just
you're
kind of getting to safety.
So you're kind of going the other way, and you're separated by the ice, by the water now. So Ra is... where was he? Yeah, so Ra is with you, Pickle. And you all watch as whatever was left of that were shark is slipping down into the water. Very unceremoniously. Hear a little bit of a flap every now and then when a big slab of meat just goes under. Sura pats you on the head very gently. Are you okay, little one? Okay, that's a no. Whatever you're doing, it's slightly terrifying, and I don't understand a word of what you're saying. You just said it slower, but that does not make it better. Right. Come on, we'll take the long way around. Follow in my footsteps. Don't run off. It's unstable now. Don't eat me, please. And he heads off and has to do a wide berth. On the other side of that hole in the frozen lake, Lorenzo has walked up to you with energy cackling around his hands, his eye still red. Bastien, you're sort of putting Phöebe down, realizing you are getting a little bit fatigued carrying her, but also you are on safe ground.
Oh, we're on safe ground now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really just that around that hole, around where the creature fell.
Yeah, okay, I was worried we're gonna float away in an ice shard here.
No.
Yeah, I think it just get to where it's stable and just very kind of gingerly, like, let Phöebe down so you can sit for a moment, and Bastien just, like, flumps down onto the ice next to her and just... Well, that was pretty touch and go for a minute there. You okay?
No.
I've always appreciated your honesty. We'll get you healed up.
It's fine, I can fix it.
Right. Physician, heal thyself.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself, please?
I have third level spells left? Yes, I do. Rolled 16. So.
What's that look like when Phöebe uses Cure Wounds on herself? Like, what does she do? I'm just curious what I'm looking at.
She, I think, sits there for a second and is kind of like, she takes a couple of deep breaths and then I think kind of just mutters under her breath a little bit and just takes a hand and starts kind of like pressing into different like parts of her. Or like, I mean, she's bleeding a lot where the blood is coming from. And then there's just kind of this like, since he's sitting right next to her, probably notices it, just like a little bit of almost like a cold breeze, just like very briefly, like a little bit of like pulse of cold.
Mm.
It staunches some of the bleeding.
I really wish I knew how to do that. It'd be very helpful.
Maybe if you ask her nicely.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing them have a moment. Lorenzo's just gonna back away. especially after seeing the healing, he's just like, better to leave this alone.
I literally am picturing Lorenzo moonwalking away, like on the ice.
No, he just, as soon as
going?
he jumped in, he saw. I just needed to make sure that you were all stable. Everything's handled here.
And we are.
I'm gonna go check on.
I think.
Good. Then I'll go check on the others.
Wait.
I think Pickle might be possessed. Hold on.
Are you okay, Enzo?
I'm fine. Why would I not be?
Okay.
Oh. It'll go away after a few minutes.
Is it hammer time? Is that am I using it right?
Yeah, that's it. You're using it right. Yeah, you're using it right. Yeah.
It is no longer hammer time. I didn't lose control. We were running out of ways to help you, so.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, that's fine.
Take your time. You too. Are you wounded? He kind of just gives Bastien a once-over.
You know, actually, I think the only hit I took in that was from Pickle, so that's something. But no, I'm fine, honestly. It was just a little static shock. No, nothing big. Singed my jacket a bit, but other than that.
Pickle singed your jacket. What did she do?
Oh, you'd have been proud. Well, minuscule lightning, shall we call it. But it's a start.
I knew she wouldn't just stay on Rumble. Well, I am going to see what's happening to Pickle. Bye.
Right.
He just kind of awkwardly walks off.
Big Commander Shepard
Walk out of
energy.
here.
Oh, I got to do the BioWare turn.
Can it wait a minute? I'm finishing some calibrations.
Don't do that to my dinosaur space boyfriend.
Dinosaur space bird.
Hmm.
So my favorite stream on the Citadel.
Wow, we should all record that line sometime.
Mm-hmm. Except
I'm Bastien,
anyway,
and this is my favorite show at Encounter Roleplay.
can do that on critical misses later. But you are making your way to meet Pickle and Sora, who are coming the long way around. Bastien and Phöebe, if you want to talk some more, you're welcome to. Or we can move things along a little bit.
That thing was obsessed with you, it seemed. Just kept going after you. It didn't even seem to care for the rest of us.
Yeah, could you hear it talking? Or was that me?
That thing
was that a me thing?
That thing can talk? It didn't seem like a talking type of thing.
Okay, so it was a me thing.
What did you hear?
It called me something like a shard, probably.
A shard.
Yeah,
What's that supposed to
it
mean?
said it had broken them before and that it would break me too.
That's puzzling, but also it didn't. So much for that prophecy. Not to say it didn't try. Have you ever
Why
heard
do you
that
think
before?
they're-
Shard? What?
No, I have no idea what that is. Why do things here keep talking to me? Like things that aren't supposed to talk, like weird sharks and statues.
And speaking from what it sounds like and what you described, speaking directly into your mind, no less.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a person who's scared very easily, but it's like 2 days in a row now.
Yeah, once as a fluke, twice as a pattern. I don't know, Phoebe. I don't know what it is about this place. But now I'm starting to think perhaps another gate in the astral sea would have been preferable to this one. And not just because of the cold.
I don't know.
What are you thinking?
Maybe there's something here.
Maybe.
I don't know. When you show up in a place like this and things start talking into your brain, it's scary, but it's also hard to feel anything other than you're supposed to be here.
Well, where we come from, you're a prophet. You're chosen by her. You are already special to begin with. And it seems so you are in this world as well.
No, it seems unlikely.
I mean, it's unlikely to be a prophet as well. If it was easy, we'd all be doing it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask back at the camp.
Ask whom?
I don't know. Estelle? Maybe?
Have you tried asking her?
No. I should, though.
She hasn't steered you wrong yet.
Okay.
Besides, haven't been a very good follower these last however long it's been. We haven't done our rituals in some time. Maybe it's time to say a few prayers.
Yeah. Been a little busy. No, you're right. We should pray. I have some questions.
Now, if you don't mind, my ass is freezing to this ice, so how about we get up and get out of here?
You stand up.
Right.
You dust off the snow. It's getting a little bit soggy as you're far enough away from the hole in the lake, but water every now and then is lapping up from it, and the cracks are widening ever so slowly. You think it's best to get away from this area. And in fact, Sora, coming around with Pickle, waves you over as well to get here, basically. You can't hear him from that distance. Lorenzo, you are getting closer to them, though.
Yeah, just gonna keep making my way. Walking fast.
If you would like to reach them to talk, to have a scene with Pickle, you're welcome to. I'm not entirely sure how helpful a talk with Pickle is at this particular point in time.
I'll try it. Just gonna... So I hear that you use lightning.
She's been doing that the whole time. I'm not sure what this is about. Is that normal? Does she do that?
Not that I've seen, and now that I'm starting to come down from the bloodlust, I'm really not tracking. Why? Are you okay? Are you in pain? I mean, just flap the ears this way if it's a no. Flap the ears this way if it's a yes. Oh, the question was, are you in pain? Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Well, then, and I'm going to use, 5 points of my healing word. The 5 points of my, lay on hands to see if I can remove a disease or poison from Pickle.
You use the 5 points, and Pickle, I don't know if you lost anything, but if you did, you heal up. But unfortunately, the voices remain as they are not of disease or poison source. In fact,
So
as you use your magic, which is storm-based, it's like a little static shock that you get, and Pickle, you almost when you blink, you see her in a blinding light of the storm. And then that vision is gone again, but she is filled with that energy right now.
What, you really took to the storm, I see. Here. I have no idea what you just said. He takes off his ring of the Storm Rider, and he goes, sit with this a while, put it on, and see if it helps. Ever since I found it and wore it, it helps me with the storm. Maybe it'll help you too. I'll need it back at some point, but tonight it's yours. Maybe just pats Pickle on the head. All right, I really hope you don't have anything important to say. And he just keeps walking.
And Pickle just looks so confused. Like, why is everybody talking to me like this? I'm speaking perfectly normal.
All right. Phöebe and Bastien, you're catching up with them as well, eventually making your way to Sora, Pickle, and Lorenzo, who give you the cliff notes of Pickle's condition. And do you want to say something to it, Bastien? I'm happy to repeat this a little bit.
I'm only slightly jealous I haven't talked to her yet, but I know what's gonna happen, so I don't know how helpful it is. Alright, Pickle, just... I don't know. Lorenzo, what are you doing? An ear... thumbs up, thumbs down, or something, I don't know. Some kind of simple... Sure. Pickle, just give me a thumbs up if you know of any magic of yours that would cause you to be able to speak incomprehensibly. Right. I don't know what you just said, but I'm gathering from context that you are insisting that you're speaking perfectly normal, and I'm here to tell you that's absolutely not true.
And at this point, sure, I'll roll an Arcana if that works. Yeah. Or however you want to do that.
Honestly, you have had so many fucked up effects with your magic, you would just know that this could have something to do with that. Everything about your magic is already volatile and weird, and since you've lost your spellbook, it's only progressively gotten worse. But you know what? Roll me an Arcana check for now, and something else might happen.
That's a 21.
Hey.
Something's wrong with Pickle.
You all hear fish in your heads.
Fish.
Noted.
Fish, can you understand her?
Yes.
Oh. Brilliant. Could you perhaps translate for us?
She can hear you. She can understand
Right.
you. But she speaks with the voice of the storm, and it's not her voice.
Can I roll a religion check for the voice of the storm? Because as soon as he hears that, it's All right, that's a 17, so that's gonna be a. That's not my character sheet. That's the Bears losing. So that's gonna be a 16 because he's a dumb boy.
Aww. Can't have it all.
You still can't understand what she's saying. You are not sure what voice of the storm really means in this case. The voice you heard sounded very different from what Pickle is doing.
Fish, I understand that she seems to be able to understand us, but you see the problem is we can't understand her. So perhaps you could tell us what she's trying to say?
I can. But it will go away.
Right.
Pickle
That's
has
good.
so much magic. Too much.
Pickle.
None of it is hers.
Is this because I told you how I channel my magic? Did you try to do your magic the way that I do mine?
And Raku, I'm not going to do the back and forth translation stuff, just talk, and that is under the assumption that Fish is translating for you.
Yeah. Yes, I did try to do what you said.
I did try to do what you said.
I did try to do what you said, is what she said.
If Lydia won't do it, we'll do it for her, damn it.
Lorenzo is gonna go, oh, I see. Pickle, that's wonderfully impressive. I've never been able to speak with the speak. I haven't heard the voice of the storm since the day that it saved me. on your first try, you're able to inhabit its voice. You like, there's just like this look of almost awe on Lorenzo's face. Like, well done, well done.
Very impressive.
She's looking very puzzled because, again, she doesn't hear it. She just hears herself just speaking normally and just, thank you.
Like, you're welcome.
I know it's odd, Pickle, but you sound like a drunk goblin or something when you talk right now. And
Be respectful of the voice of the storm.
Right. Okay. Right. Fair enough. Well, suffice to say, it's incomprehensible. Fair.
And hearing this, what she apparently sounds like, she starts yelling random things because she's trying to hear it. So if Fish translates,
Fish is translating all of it.
Fried egg, foot, banana peel. Like, she's just screaming these random words out.
What? Is she having a stroke? What is going on? Why, Fish, why does she keep saying strange things?
The storm is doing things to her. It's not pretty in her head right now. Very jumbled.
At this, Lorenzo's gonna like get down on one knee and just ask Pickle, "Can I have your hands, please?" I told you how I'm able to conjure the magic, but I never told you how I released it. When the gales get overwhelming, and I let the wind encompass all of my body and expend from it. The storm can grow restless, so I like to close my eyes and then imagine the clouds parting and the sun coming through, and then everything's okay.
And you feel energy leaving your body, but not in a slow, peaceful way like the sun reappearing after a summer storm. It is quick, it is fast, and it is chaotic, because it is not for you to control. Everyone, including Sarah, is blasted into a random direction. The gales you mentioned, yeah, they're there. Phöebe, Bastien, Lorenzo, roll me a d6. If it's a 5 or 6, you are literally swept up. No 6. 5. Phöebe?
Got a 5.
Yeah, you are swept up about 20 feet into the air, falling down. You take 7 damage. Everyone else has just fallen prone. Pickle is standing there, completely drained, completely empty. Almost as if you'd pushed aside all other magics to make way for the storm. But your body is not the right conduit. But you speak with your normal voice again. All your spell slots gone.
What?
I think it worked. Oh, Phöebe, I'm sorry.
Phoebe doesn't try to get up, just lays there on the ground.
It's just like, fuck my life right now.
Hey, Pickle, it's okay. I'm fine. But she lays on the ground.
Well done, Pickle.
He's just
well
like,
done.
guess I'll die.
Mondays, am I right?
Bastien just sits up, wipes the snow off his back. He's like, could we please just get out of here and go rest?
All right. I've had enough. And Sora is undigging himself, unearthing himself from a snowdrift. His big hands like shovels, and he's shaking himself. All right. I'm gonna get in trouble for that. But he's taking out a little stone. It's perfectly transparent, almost like a diamond, but smaller. And he emergencies. He crushes it with his hands. And those gales that catapult at you pick up again. They're not volatile, they're not dangerous this time around. But they take form, they take shape. As minor spirits of ice and air are called. A spell that is in the Snowhaven book, a 3rd level spell called Conjure Slay, was trapped within that little gem. And you see a sleigh, half see-through, half present, beasts that are somewhere in between large dogs, wolves, and with strange little horns, antlers as well. Half dogs, wolves, half reindeer, I guess. It is a sight you've never seen before. But those creatures and that sleigh, it's all big enough for all of you. Right. Better catch up with the others. Hop on. I'm not walking.
Lorenzo's just gonna wave his hand and call Rumble over. Just hop on Rumble. I'm right by your side.
Aye. Is anyone wanting to ride one of the
Phöebe up.
creatures, or? No.
Pickle
Cool.
would want to, but she's too exhausted.
You're all dragging yourself into the sleigh that is actually quite well comfortable with little blankets and furs, and you find a little bit of respite as he clicks his tongue and the beasts ride off. It is a smooth ride. It's as if you're floating. It's a fast ride as well. In no time, you are catching up with the convoy of explorers. Estrel and Agna have made a little camp just to wait for you guys once they'd seen the strange storm, the strange lightning. He tells them quickly what happened, and they're very taken aback. You hear whispered words every now and then. What, so far inland? A shiver? But Sora doesn't quite know what's what, and it's very clear that he plans on asking you why it was King Phöebe in particular, once everyone's had a little bit of a rest and once they're back at the settlement. It's a short rest. Pickle, are you keeping the ring Lorenzo gave you? Or are you giving it back to him?
I think she'd hold on to it until she was feeling better, and then yeah, she would return it to him.
Okay, we can do that at the settlement later if you want to. And I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Short rest, you can attune to it. Hey.
That's true, yeah. If you want to do that, that's fine. You would feel it is that storm energy that at this point you are absolutely aware is not for you. You've tried.
The only thing I would add is, like, if we're doing a short,
Rumble.
if we're doing a short rest, I do have that Bard stuff. Yay. I have the Song of Rest ability, so if anyone's restoring some HP, can hook you up.
Oh, I'm gonna roll some hit dice if that's okay.
Yeah. And you'll get an extra D6 from my Song of Rest. I will play to you as you heal.
Well, thanks.
It's an acoustic version of Hammer Time.
I rolled a 6 on it, so that's way helpful. I feel much
All right. The sleigh stays conjured during the short rest, and Agna, Estrella, and the others are every now and then giving you weird looks, but are generally quite cordial. Make sure you have food and drink. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we can talk when we've reached Dragon's Mouth. I think you'll want to talk to the Psyche, and they'll want to talk to you, Agna says. She's in serious mode. We'll be moving onward. We'll be away. We'll just rest for the night. You can stay if you want. Although that's not for me to offer, but I know the Yeti to be very hospitable. Or you can head back to Snowhaven. Or you can come with us. It is something we can discuss later, but just be aware. Those Shiver, they are intelligent creatures. And some of them, well, once they've smelled blood, tasted blood, they come back for it.
That one won't be.
I didn't hear you. What did he say?
Well, that one won't be. Enzo saw to that.
It's good that you killed it. The Yeti will be quite, well, happy. They are not fond of them. But I'm not going to lie to you. They will want to know why they attacked one of yours in particular. They...
Something that we share. I would very much like to know why they attacked us as well.
Wasn't us, was it? It was one of us in particular.
It was me.
I'm not so certain that the Shiver was acting on its own accord.
Nor I.
Let's head onwards. Dragon's Mouth is waiting.
Before we go,
Yes.
might I ask one question?
Of course. I don't have to answer after all.
Are you familiar with any entities that are opposed to void touched and have the capability of enchanting foes?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's not a bad roll at all. But I'm not very wise, so that's just a straight up 19.
She hesitates just that millisecond too long. And then deflects. There are a few out there that could come to mind. But The Psyche will be able to tell you more. We're all exhausted. We should all get to the settlement.
I'll not push you any further for what you know.
And I appreciate it. It is not my story to tell. And she gives you a wry little smile and then heads back to Estrelle. Estrelle is casting a ritual and is casting a spell very similar to the one that was stored within that gem. There's less of that overall laissez-faire atmosphere. They're now looking around. They have Castor and Nell looking almost like guarding the camp, and they want to get going. So they do. The group is using sleighs, using the horses that they mostly used for pack, and they head off. It is a long journey for all of you, but it is somewhat comfortable on the sleigh. And you eventually, no longer traveling above that lake, they have now chosen proper land. Although for you it's hard to really tell the difference within that snowy landscape. They eventually reach, following the shores of that fjord, rising cliffs. There's a hill going up and up and up. They don't take that route. They go back down onto the frozen lake. You can see beyond that. It's just vast and plain. You can somewhat surmise that is that lake leading into the ocean, a sea loch or a fjord. They're getting a little bit more agitated. Estrelle keeps checking, keeps making sure nothing can come up from underneath. But as you all drive around that hill, that cliff really, that's what it is, you find that from the side, with that cliffside ending in a sharp, narrow tilt upwards, and underneath a cavern-like entrance, it looks like the open mouth of a large lizard or dragon. You have reached Dragon's Mouth, the Yeti settlement. Just outside there are a few huts, very simple looking. So Ra behind you goes, "That's the entrance. The fjord every now and then thaws in summer. Not often. But when it does, we lose whatever's out here. We don't want the Shiver to attack. It's just where the guards are positioned." And truly, as you head closer, you see some Yeti coming out of the huts, carrying rifles, carrying smaller weapons as well. So Ra waves at them. And eventually you get there. Get off the sleigh, you stretch your aching limbs. Zara and the two Yetis start chatting to each other. Very amicable. But there's still an overall tension in the air, and at one point, you can't understand the language, but at one point, that tension, it's almost contagious. It jumps to the two Yeti who are, one of them actually runs back inside, or power walks back inside. The other one is getting a bit agitated as well, and Estrelle and Agna pack up the sleigh. Well, pack animals, really. The sleigh disappears. And Agna comes over to you. Right. Here we are. Looks really cool, doesn't it? I love this place. She looks up to that mouth. Stalactites on the side, larger than even the Yeti, formed over centuries. Like teeth in that maw. I've picked a cool place. One of these days they'll let me head into the belly of the beast. Oh well. this way. I'll tell you more as we walk.
Right.
You head in, and there are two paths. One heading down, and one heading up. That's the belly of the beast. It's the workers, it's the inventors. It's where they make that. And she nods over to Sarah, carrying that rifle. Yeah. We're not really allowed there. It's, trade secrets. I'm working on it. I'm also using the wrong voice for Agna, but hey, here we are. But I'm working on it. Can't do it now. Can't do it. Sarah.
You okay, Agna?
No, I'm really not okay.
Is it the cold getting to your throat, Agna?
You're heading up, like I said, into the upper areas, and as you walk, the path is not roughly hewn anymore. It's literally carved. Little cobblestones almost, and it's pretty civilized looking. You were expecting possibly something more rough from the huts you've seen outside. But it's looking well tended. There are luminous ice crystals on the wall as well, shedding light, dim, comfortable, bluish hue. Saturated though, you see well. And there are no more makeshift huts in that now inner sanctum. There are sturdy homesteads, really. Natural materials still, and often you just see a carved oval entrance into another cave section. But it's good craftsmanship, and it is homely looking. There's also an intricate system of metal pipes all over the stone walls. Some of the Yeti look at you as you walk past and smile. Some of them even wave, not so much at you guys, but at Agna and Estrel. Definitely Sora, who is shouting random things at people, again in a language you don't really understand. And you eventually reach an area a little bit outside the main settlement, the main common area, if you will. There are two carved entrances, oval entrances in the stone, with a nice little knotted, intertwined pattern of embellishments and decoration. And there is no wooden door, but instead a heavy curtain of moss with small yellow-white snowdrops. Well, I'm leaving you here. This is where you can stay the night. Sarah is nodding at Agna and Estrel, who just walk into their own entrance. I figured you would like your own place to chat and recover. The Psyche will want to talk to you tomorrow. I would like to talk to you tomorrow, to be perfectly honest. And everything about you is a little bit weird. No offense.
Oh, it's not the first
Strangely
time we've heard
untaken.
that.
Yeah.
I figured you'd say that. Now, and he walks you in through a little corridor, and you see that in the middle of this one big room in the cave in the cavern, there's a table. It looks like it's been grown from wood just coming through the stone floor, knotted, intertwined. There's no carpentry about it. It's just been grown that way. The walls, the stone walls, are covered again in these heavy curtains of moss and snowdrops, and there are two corridors leading further back. He says, well, this is yours if you want any food. Just out and to the right, there's a marketplace of sorts, or, can you conjure food? Do you have rations of sorts?
No, actually, and I'm quite peckish.
I'll be
Right.
fine.
He gives you a little pouch. There you go. Give me the pouch back tomorrow. I guess you're not having any of our money right now, but we'll talk through that later. And if you're heading to the back,
Yes.
there's a bathroom as well, and there's a sleeping area. Just look around and, well, ask the guys next door if you need anything. Just don't go
Right.
down. Look around here. They're friendly people, but don't go downstairs. They don't like that. You don't want to be disturbed.
Won't be a problem.
Right. I'll call you up tomorrow morning. Good?
Yeah.
Good. And he heads out, still
Thank
a
you.
little bit frazzled, still a little bit sort of shaking his head. And you notice something odd about this place. It's incredibly warm.
Well, this is a nice change.
Actually, a bit toasty. I could get used to this.
It's nice. It's nice.
What a day.
I was thinking the same. I mean, Pickle, truly amazing work today. The first time I tried to conjure the storm, I sent rumble through the roof of a barn. So, in comparison, really, not as bad a day one as mine. So, good
In
job.
fairness, she sent Phöebe 20 feet into the air or so it's actually sort of
But-
comparable.
But not through
I'm
a
pretty sure
barn.
she also saved my life, though. That one feels pretty.
Yeah. So about breaking even, all in all.
I'm not sure if the storm is something that I could really work with. I tried, but I don't know if I can do that again, Lorenzo.
It's perfectly fine if you choose to go another way. Just thought I'd let you know. You didn't do too bad.
And she pulls your ring back out.
Here's your ring back. Thank you.
Thank you. And he puts it on.
I kind of thought about keeping it because then I would be able to summon Rumble whenever I wanted to. But then that's okay because if you're also around, then you can also summon Rumble whenever you want to. So.
Well, here's the secret. It's not the ring that summons Rumble. It's actually me.
Oh.
One day
She kind of like gives you an elbow. Like,
I guess I gotta keep you around then.
Oh, I guess I'm stuck with you. But one day, maybe you can figure out the spell. Maybe you can summon Rumble too. I'm
I
sure
really
you'd
want to
like that.
try that, but maybe not today. I think.
And maybe not with the storm. I don't think we should have you sending that energy at my horse.
Don't be discouraged. there are plenty of ways to do magic, Pickle. I mean, you'll find something that works for you.
I guess I need to just practice different ways. But it was nice to kind of feel like I could use my magic again.
Well, just keep at it. There's, like I said, no shortage of ways. We all can do magic here, but we all have our own methods, and certainly no two are alike. I don't understand the first thing about what Lorenzo does, but nor do I think he understands the first thing about mine. And yet, they both work quite effectively. Just have to find the one that's comfortable for you.
I honestly haven't the faintest clue what it is that you do. I mean, it's appreciated, but I don't understand it.
Would you like me to explain it?
Maybe, yeah, that would be nice.
Okay. Well, it's music, isn't it? Pickle, have you ever read... Oh, you only just recently started reading at all, right? Have you ever heard a
Probably
song? Have you ever heard a song that made you cry?
Yeah.
Okay,
That was
and you've
really
heard
pretty.
a song... And one that made you smile, right?
Yeah. You play those all the time.
Well, thank you. Very kind of you. But it's just that, isn't it? I mean, when you really think about it, when you play a song that affects someone, you have translated music, notes, into feelings, right? That's all it is. That's its own sort of magic. I mean, my sister used to write poems, and believe it or not, she was bloody good at it. And she would write down these poems that I would read, and they would bring a tear to my eye. And the fact that you can put words to a page and read them and have them change you in some way, change the way you feel. Magic words, that's all that is. It's an incantation of sorts. All I do is just do that on a much larger scale. It's, instead of just changing the way you feel, I, sometimes can cover your skin in cuts. Not going to do it now, of course. But, yes, that's all it is. It's channeling that same sort of energy and just amplifying it, I suppose. But we can all do it. Some less, some more. But there's a little bard in all of us. And you can do it too, I'm sure. Just takes practice.
Miss Ruby always taught me that Voland says that the ring of the hammer is the sweetest song. So maybe that can kind of be my music too.
Yes. I like that. Percussion.
Yeah.
Pickle the percussionist.
Yeah.
Ooh, you could accompany me. This is perfect. Would love to collaborate. That would be wonderful. Swing your hammer. Oh, well, if you have a hammer, then we'll have to work out a new code word. That's a matter for another time. I love it, Pickle. That's perfect. How about we start with a wood block, though? Something less dangerous.
Yeah. I could learn percussion. That sounds fun.
All right.
Are you trying to teach her the basics right now?
Sure. Why not? He says to the GM in character for some reason.
Well, Pickle, why don't you roll me a performance check as you try and follow a very simple beat Bastien is hammering out on the table, on the wooden table.
It's bad. I rolled like a 7. So she can no. She's trying.
I'm gonna do something though that someone did for me when I was a kid that I really appreciated. I remember this really well from one of my first guitar lessons from my grandfather. Was he just got me to just play something like this, just like 2 notes over and over again, and then he jammed over the top of that to make it seem like I was doing something really cool. He accompanied me, so I think Pickle's keeping this really unsteady beat, but Bastien is just like. Brava, Pickle! Excellent. We'll work on that. It's a little bit. You did. That was a perfect beat to play to. Very danceable. I love that. Wonderful. A little bit unsteady, but we will work on that. And I think you will be an excellent percussionist in no time, Pickle. Now, as for when you can start doing magic with it, that's sort of a different matter. We'll work on that too.
Oh, okay. And then I can inspire people like you do?
Is that what you think I do?
Well, yeah.
Well, Pickle, just take a bardic inspiration right now. I'm going to mark it off on my character. You get one right now.
Do you have them left?
I took a rest, so yeah. Short rest. Yeah.
Wasn't sure if they only come back on long rests.
Font of Inspiration, level 6. They come back on long and short rests.
Cool.
You know what, though? I'm going to do you one better. Pickle, I'm going to take that bardic inspiration back. I'm going to inspire greatness in Pickle. So if you want to try that performance again, you get a +4 on it. You get my charisma modifier added.
I'm going to try.
And I'll give you a bardic inspiration. Boom. There you go. So D8.
Okay. Let's try that again.
I want to go
Really
again.
catchy. I do think you've gotten the hang of the melody now. So, roll me that check.
All right.
This is so on brand. I rolled a 2.
Oh!
So you said bardic was an 8?
Bardic Inspiration to D8, and then you add +4 just from Inspire Greatness.
Okay, so
you have
that's
at
a
least a
6
6
now.
Yep.
You
You rolled a fucking 1, didn't you? Oh, roll.
I rolled a 2. So it's an 8 total. Again. Right? Was it 8 last time?
Hey, Pickle.
Mm-hmm.
As you're trying to get into this, and you're getting very enthusiastic, and you're trying to really get behind that magic that bards use, you're sure you've felt that magic before, not just with, Bastien using it, and you are able to feel and to channel a little bit of that, as you're able to channel a little bit of all kinds of magic. It's just, focusing on one. Roll me on that table again, please.
Oh, god damn it.
And whatever happens, you tell me how it plays out.
Honestly, this is beautiful. So, Pickle is like getting into it. It is no better than it was before, but she's really vibing with it this time. And as she's like drumming along to her own rhythm, whatever rhythm that is, you start to notice a bright light kind of sputtering from the top of the room. And then out of nowhere, onto that table that was in the middle of the floor, a moonbeam gets cast just directly onto this table. And so she's playing along, and here comes a giant moonbeam that just lands right in the center of the room and lights everybody up.
Wow.
There is bright light in the room.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna say it's just hitting that table. It's a bright light. It's not a big moonbeam as big as Phöebe usually is able to cast it, which is better for you, because that moonbeam is small, but concentrated like a magnifying glass, and the table is starting to smoke.
Okay.
And smoke. And there's a little flame.
Lorenzo takes his cloak off and just like stops the fire. No.
Bastien just quickly wraps up the song. Just... Okay, that's enough of that. Oh. I think that's enough.
Roll me a con
for today.
save.
You're gonna wear yourself out doing all that.
Roll me a con save, Pickle, to see if you can make it go away. Lorenzo's coach is now smoking.
I rolled a 4.
Jesus Christ, woman.
My dice do not like me tonight.
No! So, Lorenzo's cloak is now catching on fire as the moonbeam is still there.
This is fine.
Maybe help.
Can I try to cast Dispel Magic?
Yes, please. Thank you. Save us all. And the moonbeam
I don't know if I have to roll for it.
It's fine. It's a spell you know quite well, and B, it's something that Pickle isn't exactly doing on purpose in the first place, so it's more of a magic effect than a deliberate spell. You can just dispel it, and with some more pats, Lorenzo's cloak and the table are doused. There's a slight moment of awkward silence.
I think Phöebe reaches out, just very quickly, just kind of reaches out towards the moonbeam and then makes this this closing gesture, closes a fist so it will disappear, and then just looks at Pickle, and I don't know, maybe for the first time ever, just has this big smile on her face.
Pickle immediately forgets how horrified she was in that split second that she did that, and she just got Phoebe's approval, so she's like, it is magical.
Wow.
Phöebe, I think maybe she's more of a natural for perhaps your kind of magic. She's already summoning moonbeams.
That's pretty special.
Is now stopping his cloak.
I'm sorry, Lorenzo.
It's not the first time it's been on fire. It's fine.
All right. How are you going to try and spend the evening? We are coming up to the end of this episode, but let me know roughly what your plans will be for the evening. You've traveled all day, you've had a proper fight, and you might want to just rest up and do everything else once you've slept. But if you have any urgent thing right now, roughly let me know what you want to do.
There's just one thing that Lorenzo might like to do.
Mm-hmm.
If he could catch Phöebe by herself for a moment, he might. Yeah, okay, he's just gonna Phöebe, if you have a second.
Yeah, sure.
Your teachings and prayers are often very beautiful and deep and contemplative. Do you have any skill with poetry?
Oh, I mean, I've written poems before. Sure. Do you need a prayer? Because if something's going on, I'll help.
I was wondering, perhaps, if you might help me write a poem.
Sure. Is it for something or somebody?
I just want to get better at it. I got to learn how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I can help with that. I
Great.
just need like an intention, and we can start something.
An intention, like
Mhm.
what?
So when I write things, poems, prayers, that kind of thing, they're meant to accomplish something. They, the words put an energy sort of out into the world and hope to get something back. So what do you want?
I have no intentions of manipulating anyone with words. I just
No, not like that.
Oh.
Just more of like a thought. Like everything I write has a purpose behind it. There's no empty words. They all mean something. Does that make sense?
I don't quite understand. When you say things, I often have to contemplate them, and then in dark moments they provide me comfort. Today, when you were being taken, you told Pickle something that in that moment I couldn't help but think. Something to the effect of learning to be yourself or accept being yourself. I thought about that. It helped during the fight. I guess my intentions would be to tell someone something that would comfort them, make them feel appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, I can help with that.
Okay. We don't have to start now. Just thought I'd ask while there's some manner of quiet.
We should get some sleep, but we can start tomorrow, and I'll think about it.
Okay. And he just does the bio weird turn.
You leave with interesting thoughts on your mind, which Bastien doesn't know about, but might feel a little bit of a migraine coming up, you know?
There's a tremor in the force.
There's a tremor in the force, yes.
Bastien felt it.
And in fact, you do feel something, Bastien. You look around the house, well, the hut. You discover the bedroom, which is a pile of furs, blankets, pillows, incredibly soft, warm, covered in drapery.
Pickle will love this.
You discover a bathroom, which has everything you would expect from a bathroom, but also a large round bathtub made of wood, big enough for 2 Yeti to sit in, so definitely big enough for all of you. It's warm, steaming in there. And as you're on your way back to the main table, you hear a voice. You hear someone in your mind saying your name.
Bastien?
And that's where we end today's episode.
We're not talking. Can you play that back one more time?
Sure. No.
Watch this fucking VOD immediately.
You can watch this VOD again to figure it out, but actually, we're gonna end here because, because Colin's gonna kill me and it's gonna be so worth it. Hi everyone. Thank you very much for sticking with us today through the fight against the Shiver, against the Were Shark, and through that revelation of whatever Phöebe is, was, will be, we'll find out, through Pickle's absolute chaos, because she is our beautiful little chaos wizard, through Lorenzo's frenzy and softer side as he found poetry to be his new passion, which, might have something to do with someone. And Bastien, who managed to help Phöebe like she helped him before, and who is currently hearing a voice. Yes?
When I said I was taking off his sword belt and his dulcimer, it's because I was fully intending he was about to jump into that water. That was my misunderstanding. I thought that there was like water separating us, so I was about to go full Phöebe and go swimming to try to save your life.
No, it was still breaking apart.
Yeah,
but,
a little bit of rock hopping's not bad though.
It's all good. You could have fallen in if you failed that acrobatics check. You would have fallen in, and then it's a good thing that you took off the dulcimer and the sword. So the thought process was perfect. And if you want to find out more about that thought process, we'll all be hanging out with Critical Misses with Anita in just 5 minutes. Phöebe and Pickle in particular. So Savvy and Draco will be guests with Talk of the Deep, hosted by Anita over on Critical Misses, and we'll definitely be in chat because, hey, of course we're going to be in chat. Should be half an hour to an hour, she says confidently, and you can ask questions. You can just chat and scream with us. Until then, we're gonna do our nice little outro. Thank you one more time to everyone watching on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it too. Do let me know who you think this voice could be and who or what Phoebe's big revelation is going to be. I'm always interested in hearing everyone's theories about these sort of things. And of course, thank you again to our sponsors for supporting us, for making this show and all the other shows on Encounter Roleplay happening. We are going to start with Bastien and go counterclockwise because I like to keep you on your toes. Let us know where we can find you and how you're doing.
Counterclockwise, but Noir just figured out how clocks go. We have to relearn everything. Love you too, buddy.
I also made that joke, but Noir is getting all of the shit for it.
Hi, what's up? I'm Colin. I played Bastien in the show you just watched, and it was really fun. And I really felt good about fucking up that Wereshark and really, really wanted to kill shot that damn thing, because I was gonna pull my plan was to draw that sword and actually go full stupid and get fucked up by its skin, but it was so close to death I wanted to finish it. But it was good to kill it. That felt good. I hated that damn thing. So anyway, yeah, follow me on Twitter. It's Colonomicon, and also Twitch too. Yeah, the Colonomicon channel just made affiliate yesterday, so thank you everybody. That was great. And we do weekly one-shots over on my channel, so every Sunday there's one. And Savvy's going to be in this one this weekend. On this coming Sunday, we're going to play this game called A State on my channel, which is this really cool Cyber Victoriana game. And Savvy's going to be in it, along with a bunch of other awesome people. So come see that. And then normally Tuesdays on Encounter Roleplay, 2 to 5. I GM Achtung Cthulhu, our World War II Cthulhu Mythos game, but unfortunately we are canceled for tomorrow due to some cast illness. We won't be on tomorrow, but we'll be back the week after that. And yeah, other than that, I think that's it, right? Oh, me and Lydia do our show on my channel too. Every other Friday, we do the GM Postmortem, where we bring in guest GMs to talk about how to be a better GM. This last week, we had Anita, who you're about to see in like 30 seconds over on Critical Misses. And she was great. We had a great conversation with Anita. And yeah, next episode of the Postmortem will be on the 27th. So check it out over there, twitch.tv/Colonomicon. Much love. And that is all for me. Over to you, counterclockwise.
Hello, I'm Noir. I play Lorenzo, the damn peer you just saw. The future poet, maybe? Who knows? You can catch me on Twitter and Twitch as the Noir Enigma. And here's an early scoop for all of you. My Twitch channel will be going full-time pretty soon. And what that means is we're looking into daily episodes of Dungeons of Deep Dish, the one-on-one interview show that ends with the one-on-one one-shot. So please be on the lookout for that. Another thing to be on the lookout for is please pay attention to the Critical Misses Twitter channel. I highly recommend that you follow it, because there may be some guest announcements for Morning Ritual that are that's gonna be awesome. So just be on the lookout for that. On Tuesdays, you can find me over on the LFM network, where I play in Degrees of Madness with the team from Perception Studio. That's right, Call of Cthulhu with puppets. Me and Love Laugh Lindy. Definitely give that a look. I believe our guest for the next episode is going to be Pruitt from WebDM, so give that a look. Also on Tuesdays, you can find me over on Madame Gandalf's channel for our game of Cult. That's been a good time. On Wednesdays, find me over on TPK Roleplay, where we are continuing our Curse of Strahd game. On Thursdays, I sleep in theory. And then on Friday, find me on Chromatic Chimera, where I play a Zweihander game, Bloody Portrait, with Bright Dystopia, Anna, and just a plethora of lovely people. And then Saturday mornings, I am on Critical Misses with Morning Ritual. Our next guest is going to be Game Dad, so come and check that out. And last thing, also on Critical Misses on Sunday, Second City Savior, my mask game. Please check that out. That is set in the Second City setting that I am writing, so I would love for you to check it out. But that is me.
All right. So hi everybody, I'm Draku, Draku3690 over here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, and I've actually changed my schedule up just slightly this week. I'm going to start playing Destiny 2 again on Tuesday nights, and then I moved Baldur's Gate to Wednesday, which that's the one that I definitely have to hype up because that's the completely randomized play. Chat either makes the decision or I roll the dice, and I am making some terrible decisions in that game. So it's been really amusing to watch that go down. You can also find me in Gordian Solutions, which is over on the Cult Divinity Lost channel. We just had our premiere last Saturday. You can still go catch that VOD if you want. Super, super fun. And yeah, it's a very interesting cast setup, so definitely check that one out. There's a ton of people in there, and it's going to be really fun. But that's about where you can find me.
Right. And I am Savvy. I am at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter. That's where you can find my announcements for everything I'm doing. I am live, barring anything terrible happening, pretty much every day of the week for the next 6 weeks or so. I'm here on Mondays. I am also here on Wednesdays. Lydia mentioned earlier at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, running a game of I Hunt for the next few weeks. It's millennial monster hunters out there doing their best and laughing, or else it becomes trauma, has sort of become the theme of that show. So that's where I am here. Otherwise, I am on twitch.tv/game nights. Is game with 2 G's and nights with a K. I'm there every day I'm not here. So tomorrow night, we have another Masks one-shot that we're playing in our series called Squire Squad, in which we do superhero stuff and it's fun. On Thursday, in place of our Good Society game, because we're getting ready to start our second season, we're doing a one-shot. We're still deciding, but we're like 90% sure we're playing a Grant Howitt one-pager. It's called I'm a Lover, Not a Fighter.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's fun. It's a hack of Honey Heist that he's done, where you play very fancy people with swords, and they all love each other. It's great and really fun. On Friday we play the Sprawl, which is cyberpunk goodness, and then on Saturday we're back to D&D. And then a fun thing that's happening with me this week is that during the day, I haven't done them for a long time, but I've gotten back to streaming my favorite computer games in the history of histories. It's the Nancy Drew games. So if you want to come hang out with me for the renewed series, Savvy Solves a Mystery, I've been playing the most recent Nancy Drew game. So tomorrow, during the day around like 2 or 3 p.m., I'll be streaming Midnight in Salem. And some of you hung out with me for it, and it was really fun. So we're going to keep doing it. We're going to solve a mystery. I think that's all that's going on with me this week. So yeah.
And I'm Lydia, Half-Hour's Hermit. I am mostly in Encounter Roleplay, either in front or behind the screens. I am back on here tomorrow with a 200 game Flames of Freedom, Boston Besieged, GM'd by our lovely Anna, Nymeria941. And that is going to happen at 5 p.m. EST. Colin's channel, I'm there with the GM post-mortem and every now and then a couple of one-shots as well. But at the moment, I am trying to combat the RP fatigue and not take on every new game that I can find. So check Twitter if you are interested in what I do, and please stay tuned because we are not... well, we are going places, but we're just hopping over 2 critical misses, and we're gonna have, like I said, Savvy and Draco chat a little bit more, and we'll be in there as well. So please stay tuned. We're gonna raid over there, so get those tentacle hearts ready. And please do hop into our Discord if you have any other questions or just want to hang out with everyone or join our shows yourselves at some point, because that's also where we post casting calls. I'm going to lead us out with a channel trailer, so that's all the shows we have on during the week. You can also catch up on YouTube with them, and then we'll hop over to Anita, Savvy, and Draco. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next week.